All right, guys, this is another one of those videos where I am full of passion and fury because I just watched a short made by another creator, and I would say probably she's an influencer by this point, but she made a comment in her short and she came to a conclusion about homeless people that has me twisted in knots. So take a listen.
So I spent about $30,000 on this bag. If you give this exact bag to a homeless person, they will throw it around like any random bag because they have no idea it's a Birkin. If you're
Okay, everybody. That comment might not infuriate just everybody in the world or any particular person, but it drives me absolutely up the wall because Natasha Swan, everybody you must know is about 3 steps away from, or 3 strokes of bad luck away from potentially being homeless. You could lose your job, you could have your family fall apart, you could have the the ground swept out from under you, and all of a sudden everything you knew to be your life and everything you've earned and everything you've accomplished is gone. And it can happen for so many number of reasons. It's not even fathomable. And to make a comment that a homeless person would not know the value of a Birkin bag is the most one not the most. That's such a generalization. It's one of the most irritating and ignorant and uneducated comments I've heard. And I really don't like to call people out like this online, but there are homeless people that are physicians from other countries who've probably owned more Birkins than you'll see in your lifetime. And there are homeless people who are from every walk of life, every culture, every gender, every every religion, every sociological level, every level of education. Homeless people, being homeless is a position you find yourself in after life happens to you in a way that you did not plan to. So, let me give you an example. I myself have spent so much money on my education that, and being a single mother of 2 children and still continuing to pursue and fight through that and through struggling financial times, I have found myself in positions where if it were not for family and for the support of others, I myself would have been homeless. But my dear, I know the value of a Birkin, and I always did. I didn't learn it just because I have a home. I would have been homeless because I was spending all my money on my education and on my children, on raising them, and I struggled to pay rent and I struggled to keep up with finances. That has nothing to do with my understanding of the value of things in this world and value of things overall. Now, your entire clip did finish on a note that was very positive, and it was talking about not giving yourself to other people who don't value you because they will treat you poorly. But to make a comment that a homeless person would just throw a Birkin around because they don't know its worth and they don't know its value because they're homeless, they must not know, is such a sheltered and uneducated comment to make. And that's all I'm going to say. Shame on you. And I really hope this message gets to you because you seem like a lovely young lady. But that comment screams that you need a lot of learning still, that there's a lot for you to learn. And for anybody out there who doesn't know that, being homeless is something that can happen to anybody. And I have worked with homeless people. I have spent years working in healthcare, and I have seen a lot of homeless people. Some of them have educations and intellect and experiences in life that I could only dream of having, that I could only dream of achieving. They are hard workers, some of them. They are homeless and they're working their butts off at full-time jobs and part-time jobs and then going and sleeping where they can hide so they don't get in trouble for being homeless. So being homeless is not a reflection of your character, your intellect, your understanding of value or worth, or what things are important in this world and what aren't. And let me tell you, a Birkin isn't. A Birkin is a nice to have, not a need to have. But I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. That's all I can say. And I just want everybody who has a home to be really appreciative and grateful for it, because we're all really, really blessed to have one. Because a lot of people who have lost their homes and who are homeless, it's not because of their own doing. Some of them struggle from mental health issues, and no one puts their hand up in grade 1 or 2 and says, oh, when I grow up, I want to be homeless and I want to have mental health issues and I want to struggle to be able to have a job and I want my family to be so exhausted from dealing with my mental health issues that they turn their backs on me, and I want to be unemployable and I want to have no address so that I can't get disability and I can't get financial assistance from the government because I'm homeless, and you need an address to be able to get financial assistance from the government. And I want to be hungry and try and shoplift beef patties and things like this. For instance, I saw a young man doing today who was homeless, and it all came down to mental health for him. But it comes down to the dissolution of marriages and families, or the loss of a job at the same time as the death of a loved one, and maybe depression kicking in, and inability to get back on your feet and having no one to support you. And then your credit falls because you're missing bills, and then you can't get loans and your credit cards get canceled, and then you further miss bills and you lose your place to live, you lose your apartment, and all of a sudden you have nowhere to go and you're homeless. And that is life happening to you. And not always are you in charge of that. And I am just horrified at the thought that someone would think that because somebody has had a lot of really awful life happen to them, they wouldn't know the value of a bag. Because hopefully everyone should know that by the time you're homeless, you've learned that the value of a bag truly is nothing. Because the value of a home and stability and security and flexibility and support is worth much more. So to say, don't give your value away because someone will mistreat it, and don't give yourself to someone who will mistreat you because they don't know your value. A homeless person wouldn't mistreat a Birkin because they don't know its value. Maybe they just might not value a Birkin because they understand life and they understand what life is really all about. And it isn't about your $30,000 purse. That's all. It's just a purse, my dear. And homeless people are not a population. They are people in a situation. That's all. And I hope everyone has a lovely evening and a lovely day tomorrow. This video was a scattered mess, but that clip twisted my mind. And that's all. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you all take care, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't.